Hi gentlemen, today we'll continue lesson 8, part 8.3, how to make a computer smart, appear smart. Today we'll talk first of all about iteration. You can easily write a program that asks for more than one question by using iteration and repetition. Part of the program as many times we need to. A loop can be used to add iteration to a program. So what is a loop? A loop, also known as repeat. A loop statement allows a section of code to be executed a number of times. It means to repeat the code many times. For example, a for loop is used if it's known in advance how many times a loop needs to repeat. Example, if a program asks a customer to input 3 numbers from their security code, the loop will need to repeat 3 times to assign the number to variables the program can use. Repeat until. Sometimes a program needs to keep repetition a section of code until something happens. This is controlled by a Boolean expression. So we took before what are Boolean expression and or not. Boolean logic, a form of algebra where all answers can be reduced to true or false. Boolean variables, a variable that holds the value true or false. Example, if x equal 2, either x does equal 2 or it does not. Name Fred, either variable's name contain name Fred or it does not. If x greater than 4, either x is greater than 4 or it does not. A repeat until loop goes on repetition itself until a Boolean expression indicates a condition for it to end, or a so-called termination condition. So termination condition or terminating condition, a condition used to test whether or not a loop should continue. This type of loop is called a condition controlled loop. The terminating condition is tested for the end of loop, so loop must be entered at least once. Example, repeat print enter name of item, input item, print another item, input response until response equal n, or n capital or n small. While and while loops are also condition controlled loops, but they are different from repeat until loops. They test for the condition before the loop starts rather than at the end. So in some cases the loop won't be used. Consider adding up a supermarket bill. As items are scanned, as long as there is another item, the price is scanned and added to the bill, and the program continues to loop. But as soon as there are no more items to scan, the loop is no longer required and it's not used again. Example, while item underscore scanned equals 0, total underscore bill equal total underscore bill plus item underscore cost, and while. A repeat until loop is a post-tested loop because condition is tested for the end of the loop, so the loop must be entered at least once. While or end while loop is top-tested loop because the condition is tested before entering the loop and the loop may not be executed as a result. Loops are written in different ways in different languages. The main thing to remember is that some loops iterate a fixed number of times and others iterate as long as condition is true. In the case of post, tested loop will always loop at the least once. Sub-programs, it's important that programs are written in clear and easily understandable way. It's sensible to name variables in a way that indicate what they are for. It's better to use variables name DOB for date of birth instead of using X. Subprogram is a self-contained part of a larger program. It's called as needed from other part of the program. It's important to break programs down into subprograms. When we set to write a program, we need to determine the big idea and then work out each subprogram that build up to big idea. Example, going back to bank example, we could improve the program by having the computer ask more questions, that it has more information to work, and the response to the caller is more helpful. Packaging the security questions in a subprogram has a lot of advantages. Packaging the security question in subprogram has a lot of advantage. It makes the code easier to write, easier to maintain, easier to test, shorter. It also makes it possible to reuse the code in other programs in the future. Using subprograms can hide detailed process, simplifying structure of main body and of the program by putting them inside a subprogram. This is called procedural abstraction. So combining a group of instruction into a signal named unit so that it can be reused. So this is our lesson for this week 8.3. Thank you guys. I hope you check 8.2 and 8.3.